All right, guys, I'm back again, and I'm and I guess blogging, I guess you could say. But today I want to talk about social media and why social media should be completely erased from existence. Unfortunately, that's not going to happen because we live in a world and we live in a society where social media is like pretty much everywhere. It's unavoidable, and it's how people communicate with each other effectively. But I think that social media should just be completely banned. You know, no Instagram, no Facebook, no Twitter, or sorry, X, no TikTok, especially no TikTok. God, I hate TikTok. And no Snapchat. I feel like genuinely, like as collectively as a society, we should just completely disband social media. And I know a lot of people are going to be like, "Oh no, we shouldn't," because I love scrolling for hours a day, ruining my brain and adapting myself into someone who I'm not. But I digress. But no, I genuinely do feel like as a society we should ban social media because the like life before social media was a different place. And all of us can agree with that. Now granted, life before social media, I was a kid. Like I was a kid. I didn't use any form of social media. And when I was a kid, the only social media that there was like we're talking like 2010, 2012 around there. 2008, 2009, the only form of social media back then was MySpace, Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. Because yeah, back in the day, YouTube was a social media. You could have friends. You could message people on there. It was really cool. I miss old YouTube. I'm sure there's other websites too, but I don't remember. Those are like the big four that I can remember at least. But modern day social media is a big problem because you have people sitting here scrolling for hours, just laying in bed or doing nothing, just scrolling, and it's just so mind numbing. And I know, and I don't really use social media much. All I have is Facebook and Snapchat, and the only reason I use Facebook is for the marketplace. Sometimes I'll scroll through some reels or whatever, but I don't have anything like bad on there. The only bad thing I really have is like maybe some brain rot memes, but some of them are kind of funny. Um, I do enjoy a little meme session once in a while, but I mean, and back when I had Instagram, at least, I still didn't use social media very often. But I remember one day, it was on the weekend, I laid in bed for like, I think like 30 to 45 minutes just scrolling. And I felt so sick afterwards. I'm just like, oh God, I feel so sick. I had a headache. I felt like throwing up. I felt so lethargic and so dead. I just felt dead. And I'm just like, God, this is awful. I'm never doing that again. And I never have done it again. I mean, there are times where I will occasionally lay down on the couch and scroll, but it won't be for like 30 minutes. It'll be for maybe like, I don't know, 10, 20 minutes. And again, my Facebook or my YouTube shorts, they're nothing bad. It's mainly just educational shit like geography, automotive stuff, tools, stuff of that nature. Or no, just general knowledge like cooking, stuff like that. So it's nothing like bad. But, and I don't know, I feel like social media is a big problem in our society, and unfortunately, there's not really much we can do unless you band up like thousands and millions of people who are protesting to the government, about like, hey, we should get rid of social media because this, that, and the third, and the government be like, okay, okay, fine, we'll ban it, I guess, because we have to appeal to you. But at the end of the day, I mean, these big corporations and the government, as long as they have the two things, that's all I care about. And the two things is money and power. As long as they got those things, they don't give a shit about you, me, your family, nobody. It's not like how it was, back in the day, like 50, 40, 50 years ago. Well, the government's pretty much the same, but corporations at least weren't. You could work for a company for many, many years and you would retire with benefits and you could still go on vacation and have a home and a family and a brand new car and all this stuff. Apologize. I got some phlegm. But anyway, um, But yeah, no, I think social media is definitely a bad thing. I mean, because it just makes you numb, dumb, and again, it just ruins people because you can compare your if you and it depends on what side of social media you're on. Because there's a different category for everything. Just to name a few. I'm just gonna say, you have the clout chasers, people who go to events, like the two car events that happened in the past 2 weeks. What was it? Slammed Enough and Cars and Copters. You have all these clout chasers, not car enthusiasts, clout chasers, just fucking ruining everything. And then you watch this content, and depending on what age you are and depending on what your opinion is, you either lean with the side of the people who are like, you know what, this is fucked up. Or you lean with the side of, yeah, I'm going to do that. I'm going to go clout chase. And it just ruins everything. And it's just not one example, it's multiple examples of people clout chasing and trying to be the next big influencer. Like, oh, gee, look at me, I'm recording a video of something else that thousands of other people are recording. I hope mine blows up more than these other people so I can get my 5 seconds of fame and then be completely irrelevant for the rest of my life. And then you have the influencers. Oh, God, I hate influencers. I hate them. And you have people that, again, scroll influencers. Oh, here's this product. Get ready with me while I do my makeup and talk about dumb bullshit. Oh, here's this product. ASMR, product this, product that. Oh, get ready with me. Mm-hmm, yeah, so last night I went to the club and this, that, and the third. And oh, my son, like, shut the fuck up. Like, please, just do us a favor. Shut the fuck up. Delete your account and fucking live off the grid. Go work your goddamn 9 to 5 like everyone else should. And, just fucking zip it. God damn. Sorry, I really hate influencers. They piss me off to no fucking extent. And then the cycle continues because then you have people that watch all these influencers all day, every day, numbing their brain, and then they adapt themselves to be like that and be like, yeah, I'm going to be the next influencer. Yeah, sure you will. And if you are, you're going to get relevant for like, I don't know, maybe a few months, and then you're going to completely fall off of your relevancy. And then what are you going to do? What, you're going to go back to working your job? Yeah, good luck. You're TikTok famous for like a few months, but it doesn't matter. Because one thing that people forget is when something goes on the internet, it's forever. So just keep that in mind. But I'm just ranting at this point. This is a whole rant, but whatever. Yeah, but then you have the influencers, and then you have the other side of social media. You have the brain rot memes. You have all these memes that make no fucking sense, and it's just brain rot, and it gets in your head, and then you think you're cool and funny, but in reality, you're just like retarded. You make no sense. And I get it, a lot of the humor, us Gen Zs, our humor is very strange. Like every generation has different humor. Like but our humor is very strange to like millennials or to Gen X's or boomers, even Gen Alphas. They wouldn't understand our memes and like how we don't understand Gen Alpha memes. We don't understand the Gen Alpha, slang and lingo, if you will. Every generation has their own slang. They have their own lingo, their own humor, I guess you could say. It's a generational thing. And I sound like an old guy saying like, oh, those damn kids, those damn Gen Alphas, those damn Gen Betas, they ain't gonna do nothing for the future. And they probably aren't. Maybe some of them will, but it just depends on the parenting. But yeah, I mean, you have the brain rotted kids, and then you have, the gooners, people that, and social media is a place where you can make a new account on any social media platform, and you'll be scrolling, and then you'll see a video of a woman doing something suggestive, and that is a ploy, to target. And I know this because I watched one of Noel Diesel's videos. It's a ploy to essentially target your primal urges, and once something is targeting specifically your primal urges, it's very hard to resist. So you end up caving in, and then you become a depraved, degenerate gooner. And then you end up spending thousands of dollars, if you want, on some stupid, OnlyFans model who makes a parasocial relationship with you that you think that, oh, she's my best friend. Oh, no, she doesn't. She's not. As long as she's getting paid her thousands of dollars, millions of dollars, she doesn't give a fuck. And we live in a world where selling your body isn't taboo. It's not taboo. Like way back in the day, back in the 50s and shit, like women, if they wore like anything revealing, it was considered, public nudity, or not public, indecent exposure. I mean, as time went on, less restrictions, more leniency and stuff like that. But even, back in the day, I really don't want to get into this topic. I'm just going to stop it. I don't want to get into this topic. But essentially, we live in a world where selling your body is not really as taboo as it used to be. And unfortunately, selling your body is very profitable. I mean, for us guys, it's different. But for women, if they want to, they can, and they can make thousands, millions of dollars. And if you do that, you might as well just kiss your ass goodbye, because you're never going to get a job again. I'm just saying. Because as I said earlier, once you post something on the internet, it's there forever. And if you're like a very large, I guess, influencer, I guess you could say. Oh, God. Excuse me. Then, yeah, I mean, you're not going to get hired anywhere, most likely. But yeah, so, I mean, and those, I would say those four categories, of people, the social media, it just ruins you. I mean, it truly is a bad thing, and it truly ruins you. And I'm not saying every corner of social media is bad. That's what I'm not trying to say here. But what I am saying is that we should get it banned. Like, there should be no social media at all. And again, I'm not saying every corner is bad. It's just there's a lot of bad stuff on there. And I know it's all about your, what the AI wants to recommend to you, your For You page, what you watch, what you view, what you like, what you save, the algorithm. Oh God, I said the A word on YouTube. Oh God, my video is going to not get monetized, like as if I do get monetization. But the algorithm, the AI, is going to see what you watch, and it's going to just keep recommending those videos. So, I mean, if you watch brain rot memes all day, there's your For You page. And if you watch whatever else, there's your For You page. And social media can be like an informative place. Don't get me wrong. Like my social media, like my Facebook Reels and my YouTube Shorts, it's mainly just cooking, cars, automotive stuff, general like geography, history, other knowledge, just general knowledge stuff. So my social media isn't like awful. Again, on my Facebook, I will get like a few brain rot memes here and there, but my social media isn't like, bad. It's mostly informative, educational stuff, which is like what I like to watch. I like to watch informative things. I like to watch educational things. That's not such a bad thing. But in the grand scheme of things, I personally think that social media should be outlawed and should be banned, because that would bring us together as a society. People would go outside more. People would engage in conversations more. There would be less influencers in the world trying to sell you products. And I mean, and then corporations would probably have to tone it down too, because how are they going to promote without social media? Unless the government, let's just say social media gets banned, the government's going to go to the big corporations and be like, hey, you guys can use it though. But wait, even if they did, no one else can. So never mind. That's all out of the question. But I do think that social media should just be completely banned, because it really is a bad thing, and it's ruining our society. It's distancing people. It's rotting people's brains, making them either just depraved gooners, straight up idiots, really, social outcasts, depressed because they'll compare themselves to other people they see on there, or just straight up psychotic. Like there's genuine people who will, like, I mean, I don't know this for a fact, but I am sure that out of the 8 some odd billion people in this world, there's someone out there scrolling on social media, just slowly losing their sanity and going like absolutely fucking mental. And then they're gonna go out and do some crazy shit, like, I don't know, kill somebody, or, do something to someone, or just kill themselves. And I can say these things because I'm not like a really big YouTube channel, so I don't give two shits of what YouTube. And even if I was a big YouTube channel, I'll still use the terminology. Maybe, maybe not. Anyway, I'm getting off track. Um, and this is not me saying like, oh, I want to be a YouTube star. I mean, everybody when they were a kid, they want to be a YouTube star. Now it's the other way around. All the kids are like, I want to be a TikTok star. And yeah, I mean, I only make YouTube videos because, again, I've had this channel for 10 years, um, and I just like making. I like making videos. I like making content. Excuse me. I upload what I want whenever I want. That's what my channel description is. Fair enough. And I'm not saying I want to be a YouTube star or a very popular YouTuber because, if anything, I'd rather not be popular because I don't want that attention. I don't want that fame. I mean, sure, having like extra income would be nice, but then again, my channel would never get monetized. If you see my videos and my live streams, my channel would never be monetized. But anyway, that's kind of my rant that I had. Um, yeah, I mean, let me know in the comments if you think social media should be banned or if we should keep it, and tell me your reason why we should keep it. I'd like to hear. I mean, granted, nobody's going to watch this video, but still, if there are people that actually watch all 16 minutes of this thing, 17 minutes almost, then yeah, go ahead and tell me. I'm thinking about making a series like this. I'm gonna call it like "Have a Beer with Me." That's what we call it, like "Have a Beer with Me," and then I'll just be sitting here drinking a beer, talking about whatever, ranting, and you guys can sit down and have a beer with me as well, and we could just conversate as a community. I think that'd be cool, but I'm not trying to get my day drinking saga started this early in life. Maybe a few years later when I'm like, middle aged. But I kid. That's it for this one. Um, yeah, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go to the gym, and I'll rant some other day. See you guys later.